Hi, I'm Jeremy T. Camera. So this is a simple beginner guide. So first, somebody will ask, what is CSS? CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. CSS is used to design web page. Let's say for instance, if you are building a house, you use the material I use to design a house and beautify the house is the CSS. So in this case, HTML is the unfinished house and CSS is the material used to beautify and design the house. CSS control color, font, outlay, spacing, and background within the HTML. It makes your website beautiful and user friendly. Why is CSS important? CSS is important one because it separates content. The HTML from your design CSS. The CSS separates the HTML from the design. 2, easy maintenance. It helps you to maintain your website easily because it puts your website in order that you'll be able to maintain it easily. Faster loading. Once you design your website with CSS and insert all the rules that you want, your website will load faster. People will get to connect to your website faster. Full layout control. CSS gives you full control over your layout. It gives you control that you insert in your website what's all you need, what's all style, font, overlay, text you need. The last is it enable responsive design. It enable you to design your website the way you want it, the design of your choice. It enable you to get the design of your choice. Next, the basic syntax of CSS. CSS have basic syntax like selectors. CSS use selectors to select your HTML tag that you want to design. So as you can see from the screen here, we got an example. In this example, we are selecting the heading 1 to change the color to blue and the font size to 30 pixels. So as you can see here, we use the selector H1, which is our element selector. Select the heading, and within the selector, the bracket where we get color, which is blue, and font size. So the basic syntax of CSS is selectors and property values. Next, the CSS selector. CSS have close to 12 selectors, but for this video we're not going to deal with 2 and 3 simple selectors. 3 simple selectors is the element selector, the class selectors, and the ID selector. The element selector has to do with the selection of a single of or tag. So as you can see here, if we have our web page and we want to select the paragraph tag, that we want all the paragraph tags within the web page to be red, we use element selector for single tag. Then we get the class selector. Class selector select a class of class. As you can see here, we title, we change the font to golden. The ID selector. The difference between ID selector and element selector is that element selector, when you use an element selector on designing a web page, if you select a paragraph tag, it means that all the paragraph tags within that web page will follow the CSS rule that you are inserting. But if you use an ID selector, it means that once you select that one tag, the rule that you apply to that tag will only apply to that one tag. Nothing more, nothing less. In between element selector and ID selector is that for element selector, if you select a paragraph tag, it means that the rule that you are applying will apply to all the paragraph tags within the HTML document. But if you use an ID selector, only a single tag that you select with ID selector that the rule will apply to. So now we move to the ways to apply CSS. To apply CSS, there are 3 different ways. We got the inline, we get the intender, we get the extender. So inline CSS definition is a CSS written inside the HTML tag. This is a CSS, as you can see in the document. If we want to apply a CSS rule to the paragraph tag in your HTML document, This CSS is going to be written within the first tag of the paragraph tag within the HTML document. As you can see here for the example, the first tag is open. You can see star equal to quarter, then green, then font size. And this inline document is recommended if you are doing a small work or if you are doing quick starting. Next, we go to internal CSS. Internal CSS is almost the same as the inline CSS, but the only difference is that inline CSS happens within the HTML tag, but internal happens within the HTML. It happens within the header tag where you, as you can see here, within the header tag you open your open and closing star tag, and within your open and closing tag you can select the HTML tag that you want to apply your CSS rule to, and then you do your editing. And this is best for if you are only doing a single web page. If you're doing a single web page, then you can use this. And now we have the extender HTML, the extender CSS. This is a CSS that is separate from the HTML document. It's another file created aside from the CSS document, which you will link, where you will link your HTML to that CSS file, and within that CSS file you can select all the HTML tags that you want, and you give all the rules that you want to apply. As you can see in the example, you're going to link it with the link ref tag. Once you link it, because you are creating another file, separate file from the HTML file, so you link it, and all the rules and tags that you are selected, it will apply to your HTML document. So benefits of extended CSS: it keeps your HTML clean.